Karen roommate story at a point. Fresh out of school, I was approached by an old friend to get a place with him. We had previously roomed, and it was all good. We had a friend from school, a woman who was a good person, and recently, her entire house became available, which meant there were 3 rooms to rent. I jumped at it because it was near my parents' house and not too far to commute to work. On the first day, my friend claimed the giant room upstairs, as the woman we were moving in with already had the main room downstairs. On that day, I put all my belongings into the room next to my friend's room on the top floor. I reasoned that I work nights, so I wanted to stay away from the main room. However, that day, I was forced to work a double shift, meaning I went to work at 2 in the evening and didn't get out until 7 in the morning. As I went to my new home, too tired to see straight, I saw my thing dumped in a pile on the second floor. This was my first introduction to KF. She wasn't there at the time, but I was informed by the other roommates that she did not wish to be on a loud floor, so she moved my shit. This was the foundation for all interactions I had with KF for the remainder of our time living together. Almost immediately after, my level of the house was transformed into party central, not the quiet part of the house. After a month of asking people to keep it down, to dispose of rotting giant feast left to fester, and constant partying, I told her off. This did not go well because I was dealing with a woman child who had never heard the term no or been asked to do anything in her life. It's like you could see the upper New York privilege boil to the top of her head. It was at this point that the roommate terrorism started. What began as her lavishing the other roommates with dinners and going out without me turned into ugly, dirty tricks such as blasting music full tilt, knowing I work nights, leaving garbage in front of my door, and turning up the partying full tilt. Now here comes the Karen part. One day in confidence, the male roomie decided to inform me that KF had come to him and the other roommate about kicking me out. When they asked on what grounds, she said he is a former gang member, and I don't feel comfortable. She had also supplied some crocodile tears to go with this. Speak to anyone who has dealt with the Karens of the world, and they will bring this up, a lie paired with the term uncomfortable and tears. Out of spite, this woman went this far to show her racism. But wait, how is that racism? Well, I never alluded to any gang activity or villainy, but she used the term gang member for a black guy who wears urban gear. Makes sense, right? And this was after a few weeks back, when a crew of fools from the projects came over for a deal to buy white. To end the story, KF didn't get me kicked out, but her shadow of deceit hung over the house until we were finally evicted because she decided to move out and didn't want to pay 4 months back rent. To her credit, she did eventually get us a decent housemate for a few months, but she had a dog, and KF never mentioned no dogs allowed, which led to the eviction.